So you thought you scored a deal on Wish.com, and instead of getting something like this for these different sizes, you ended up with a roll of this. Now your deal doesn't look much like a deal anymore. So, because it didn't come with a frame and you didn't read the details to see that you weren't getting a frame, you were just getting that. So, in order to get all the pieces to look something like this with the wraparound, I'll tell you what you'll need. Alright, so I'm going to go buy these dowel rods. They're square. I got the 3/4 by 3/4. And I need staple gun, Gorilla Wood glue, some staples, and this fancy tool right here. This thing's probably the most expensive thing. It's about $21, but it's what you're going to use for your corners. Here. So, then you will make your frame first. I'll show you how to do this. So, this guy here. Simple, easy peasy. And really all you need is that wood glue and that to hold it together. About 30 minutes on each corner. Right, give me just 1 second and I'll set you up on 2 pieces in a corner in this machine here with wood glue, eventually getting to here. Okay, so here's where we are right now. Okay, so we've got a side, we've got a middle. Here, you can see I've taken the wood glue and I've applied it here on the end. And you can see that there's even coverage on this whole piece. There's also coverage on the other side. All I did was drop a big drop here, move it around on each side so you get clear coverage. So you set this up so that you end up with a corner here, and then you tighten this down and you'll see the glue will come spitting out of there, and you just even it out and then leave it for 30 minutes. Yes, it will take 30 minutes for each freaking corner on all 4 pieces. So, do this one, do it for every side, and we'll come back and do the stapling. Okay, so before I show you how to staple this guy on the back, make it look all fancy like that, I wanted to show you something. Okay, so when you're measuring the sizes for your dowel rods to put together in this thing here, I want to show you how the picture itself wraps around the side. So when you go to measure these, make sure to account for this and this on all the way around. So you're going to deduct whatever size dowel rod from your length times 2 for the long ends. Same thing for here, but then you're also going to take it out again because this dowel rod's going to go in the middle. I'll show you that in a second. Took me a little bit to figure it out on the first go. So, alright, so now I'm going to show you what this looks like after you got it all stapled. Forgive my crappy staple job. So, the white part is going to fold over the back end. So you got your picture on the side, white on the back. You're just going to fold it like a present on the corners. Staple all the way up. Make it look pretty. So, and remember, it's going to wrap around on the sides. And just line it up. Okay, so here's one of the frames I've already put together. And I've got it laid out on the picture. So, what you want to do is get one side and try to get this to lay over. Sorry. See here where the white transfers? Staple this one in the center. After you make sure it matches on this side. Do here, and here, and here. And then we're going to work on the corners. Alright, so now we got those in. You're going to end up with 2 sides looking like this. So the trick with the corners, you're going to fold it where it's got. Fold this over, pinch this guy so that it wraps around here. See where it lines up over that? You got your little fold. And then take this, fold it down, and you're going to staple it just like that. Bam, staple. Alright, so now that you got those staples in, you're just gonna, where these flaps are loose, staple, 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 another staple, all the way to the top. Do it again up there, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so all folded and stapled. Okay, it's a little loose, but nobody cares. It's the back of the frame. So, one of the things I wanted to make sure I told you was, make sure you're stretching this so that this is tight. So when you flip it over, ta-da! And there you go. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's light enough and it'll hang. So take that process and just repeat it for all the others. I'm not sure about what yours will be exactly, but mine had 2 this size, 2 a larger size. So that's what I'm working on now, is the larger pieces. So, and then we'll have the finished product for you here in just a little bit. Alright, and here we go. So I end up with 4 different items to hang on the wall. And now you know how to do it. I also wanted to throw in a couple more tips. You will need a miter saw to cut your boards. And I found out along the way, if your board or if your piece of wood has this coloring on the end of it, the dye or whatever this is, you will need to cut that off or use the opposing end. The glue does not want to stick to it. So just to save you some hassle. I hope yours turns out as good. From here, you can hang it on the wall as is, or you can go buy some hanging hardware and install it on the back as well. So good luck, and to better reading descriptions on Wish.com in the future. Good luck.